everyone, it's Cirque, and today we're going to be unboxing the premium edition of Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. I'm very excited for this one because Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life was the first Harvest Moon game that I was aware of. I did not have a console at the time, so I could not play it myself, but I had a friend who used to play it when I would go over to her house, and I enjoyed watching so much that I eventually went out and bought More Friends of Mineral Town for Game Boy, and that's how I started liking Harvest Moon, and that's how I ended up getting some of my friends in the Harvest Moon as well. So having the game remade for Switch is very exciting. I'm so happy to be able to finally pursue these bachelors and bachelorettes for myself. And you can see a few of them on the front here. A few of them have been redesigned from their original versions, and they all look very beautiful or handsome in their own right. And then we also have some animals, of course. And we also have some children on the front cover because from the very beginning, the children that you have in A Wonderful Life have been very important to the story, to the point that unlike a lot of Harvest Moon games where they give you as much time as you need to pursue your favorite love interest, if you are not already engaged by the end of year one in A Wonderful Life, it automatically marries you off to whoever you have the highest relationship with so that you are able to have a child sooner and progress to that next stage of the storyline. And I have done a little bit of research into this game on the side because, like I said, I'm very excited for it. I wanted to know what to expect and what changes might have been made between the older version and the remake. But enough about that. Let's break into the box and see what we got. Alright, so first up we have this adorable little goat plushie. He has a cute little face, a cute little nose, and some nice horns. He's a little small, but that makes him perfect for display. And I'm trying to find where the bag opens. Okay, there it is. So we can get a little bit of a closer look. Oh, he's very soft. I don't think the fabric is fleece, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. But he's very cute. Oh, he has a little beard. And he's perfect for putting on a shelf to display, or for children who might be getting into the game. They might enjoy playing with this toy. I know that my friends and I would have enjoyed a little toy like this, bringing it to school to play with. But because it is a collector's item, I wouldn't recommend that. But, you know, some people don't really care about collector's items. They want to make their children happy. So this is definitely a collector's item that could double as just a fun toy if you would like it to. And then the second item that we received is this adorable fabric poster, and I'm going to open it up before I show it to you just because you'll get a better look at it. Well, 1 second, I can move my goat. And then we see the same artwork. Oh, there we go. Zoom out a little bit. We see the same artwork that was on the front of the box. So we have our bachelors and bachelorettes. Front and center we have our two playable characters that we can choose from. I don't remember off the top of my head what their names are, but I mean, you can change their names anyway, so that's not the highest priority. And then some of the characters I remember the names of, some of them I don't. I believe this is Muffy, either Celia or Cecilia, Nami, Rock, and I really want to remember what his name is because even though his original version wasn't very attractive, honestly, there weren't many, or maybe he's Rock. I don't know, one of these two is named Rock. But going back to the hippie, his original version wasn't very attractive. A Wonderful Life didn't really have the best men in its first iteration, but I really like his redesign, so the first male character I'm going to go after is probably going to be him, but for female characters, probably either Cecilia because she's just adorable, or Nami because I remember my friend who had the game wanted to marry Nami, but she was more difficult, so she ended up going for, I think, Muffy instead, just because it was easier. But I mean, all of the characters are very beautiful. The artwork is nice, as it usually is with these games, and I'll probably marry all of them at least once in subsequent playthroughs, just so I can get the full experience. And then moving on to the game itself, we have some more beautiful artwork on the front here. We have the playable characters going about their farm work with their dog helping them and a cow in the background, and one of the children that you might get depending on who you marry is also assisting them, so that's adorable. And then on the back it says weave your own generation spanning tale in Forgotten Valley, and then it shows some pictures of the gameplay, which I'm not sure how well that'll show up on camera, but the artwork and the graphics have definitely evolved between the first A Wonderful Life game and this one, but they still have the same charm that they had in the original, so it's definitely a nostalgic game for a long-time Harvest Moon fans. And I'm sorry if that sound bothers you, I'm just opening up the plastic while I speak. And then it also says, tell your story, forge precious memories with friends and family as you grow together. A carefree life on the farm. Establish your new homestead, raise animals, nurture crops, and discover the secrets of Forgotten Valley. A town of friendly faces. Offer a helping hand to neighbors in need and celebrate with them at seasonal festivals. So that gives you a little overview of what kinds of things you can do in Story of Seasons games if you are not familiar with them. Although this isn't the first game in this franchise that I've unboxed, so if you're curious about Harvest Moon or its related series, Rune Factory, or did I say Harvest Moon? It's Story of Seasons now. It used to be Harvest Moon back in the day. But if you're interested in any of those series I just mentioned, then feel free to watch some of my older videos. I know I unboxed at least one Rune Factory game, and I might have unboxed a Harvest Moon game in the past, or I keep saying Harvest Moon. I'm so used to that since that's what I grew up with. But I might have unboxed another Story of Seasons game as well, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So if I'm misremembering, I apologize. But this is definitely one of my favorite game franchises, so I'm also definitely planning on continuing to unbox collector's editions of these games in the future. Ooh. Alright, and then on the inside we have a view of our farm in the background, and then the game card is blue with a little goat on it, so that's very cute. Ooh, and our game guide is titled Takakura's Welcome Guide to Forgotten Valley. So, as with some of the other more recent games, the game guide is written as if a in-character, in-universe guide, rather than being outside the universe talking directly to the player. So let's take a quick flip through that. And of course it's written by Takakura. So we have some things you need to know. An overview of the neighbors. Oh, okay, so then we can look at what their names are. So there's Lumina, Gordy, okay, I did get his name wrong, Nami, Matthew, Molly. Okay, yeah, I think they might have changed her name. I swear her name used to be Muffy, but her name's Molly now. That one is Rock. Cecilia, Gustafa, my little hippie friend. And then we have some overview of how the farm works, how to take care of your animals, some more information about some of the townspeople, Ooh, we have a map of town. That's definitely going to be useful when you first start the game. I know I've gotten lost in different Harvest Moon games, or different Story of Seasons games, and Rune Factory games, and other similar games before when I'm still learning the map. We have some of the locations in town and what you can do with them so that you know where to go for various things. Then we have some other game mechanics. Oh, and then at the end we have some just fun random tips that Takakura. Some other random tips that Takakura picked up along the way that didn't fit into any other sections. So that'll definitely be something that I will be reading over just to get a little bit of an idea of what to do and how things work that might differ from past games I've played. And then of course we have the notes at the end, and we have some little animals around that look like stickers. I wish they were stickers because I would definitely want to steal those to use somewhere else, but of course they're still printed. And then that brings us to the end of our unboxing for today. It was a bit of a shorter one just because there weren't a lot of items in this collector's box compared to other special editions I've bought in the past, but I don't want to bore you too much by stalling too much for time, so hopefully you enjoyed this even though there wasn't a whole lot to go through. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope that you get to enjoy the nice weather while it lasts, and that on the days that don't have such good weather, you can find a nice video game to play, maybe a Story of Seasons game to pass the time, and I hope I get to see you again soon.